Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good evening, sir. We are
Good
all good,
evening.
sir.
All right.
Good
Good
evening, sir.
evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, good evening. So I'm trying to drop the link for everyone else to join. So please check the Discord server and share the link to everyone.
Sir, you've not dropped the link. Oh.
If not still seen it,
No, we've not. I've not seen it.
Check
did
the
you check the
Discord. It's on
Discord?
Discord now.
I'm on Discord now. All right, I've seen it.
Please share it with the WhatsApp groups.
Okay, sir.
Does anyone have any question from our previous class?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay. Right, so we have 14 persons. I understand that weekdays are very busy for a lot of people, so I wish to apologize for yesterday that we couldn't meet up with the classes. That's because of the excuse I gave anyway. I didn't have my charger with me when I went out, so I just couldn't charge. But I had to keep to the fact that I would have just said, you know what, there's not going to be any class, but then I had to just make sure I keep to my end of the bargain. And today we are going to spend roughly an hour or so trying to finish up what I'm supposed to have finished yesterday. So I want to believe if you have a question, you could ask me any question before we start. Let's say Favor. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Tonia.
Yes, I'm here, sir.
Pun.
Yes, I'm here.
Regina.
I'm here, sir. I'm here.
All right. So Zainab.
I'm here, sir. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening. So I think I can't add any more persons. So good to see you, Favor. Yeah, nice to be back.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Please let them know in the different groups that we have started. If you are in group one or group two or group three, go check the WhatsApp, post the link to the group, and let's get right at it. So I'm gonna share my screen now, and then we'll begin the class in earnest.
Sir,
Yeah,
someone is asking if you could explain the VLOOKUP again.
VLOOKUP, and I can't explain it again. You know why? Because there's
Okay.
a recording. If the person asks a
Alright.
specific question, if the person asks a specific question, like they watched the recording, they tried
Do it and they have the problem.
to do it, and they have issues, then ask like really specific questions, then I would
Alright.
respond. But to go start all over when there's a recording, nah. Except you have 30 billion.
Catherine, you say you don't understand the apple below. Which apple? Oh,
I'm trying to open my Excel file, guys. Just give me a minute.
All right, sir.
right.
So did I send you guys the Dial Techies advanced Excel file where you have index match, complex index match, and index match
Yes, you
assessment? Do
did.
you guys? Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir. He says it.
Oh, nice. So we are going to be looking at that today. But there's somebody whose background is kind of distracting. If you are that person, just um, Catherine. Ah, are you the sugar mommy I've been waiting for? 30 million. She said no biggie. Eh? I
So
don't
I see Naira
understand this. What
pounds.
apple is this person referring to?
Maybe that could just be a picture. I don't
What is
know. Maybe in the
what is
assignment or in
Naira?
the spreadsheet.
$30 million or £30 million.
So I have euros. We collect euros.
Then I'll just go to PUN's village and pack all of them.
But they will-
Sir, please, why my own village? I beg. They are not that cheap.
Yeah, but they are all smart.
they've given it to you today.
Yeah. But beware of beware of smart ladies. You cannot scan them
No,
easily.
why?
Oh.
You said what?
Beware of smart ladies. You can't scam them easily.
Of
For those
course,
of
you
you that
shouldn't.
the men that don't have future, run away from smart ladies, huh? God created them on the first day, but it's not on the Bible. All right. So I think I've gotten what I want to talk about today. Let's see. Have I sent you guys this file? Data cleaning and modeling.
No, sir.
I haven't. Okay. See, I have a couple of things to cover. What about this one? Index match. Have I sent you guys this one?
E- This index mass. Let me check. No.
What is the last file
Okay.
I checked?
Yes. Yes. You sent index max.
I sent it.
Index.
Okay. Good, good.
Complete index. Complex index match. That was the last file
So
you
guys,
sent.
welcome to Advanced Excel. Huh? So this is where we are going to do a lot more serious work. I'm not going to scare you. I know by now you already know how I teach. I don't teach to scare people. I teach because I want you guys to love it. And I want you to see the simplest ways of explaining and understanding things. I always feel that understanding is key to every solution driven person. If you have a problem getting a solution to anything, check and see there's a problem with your understanding of that thing. When once you get your understanding sorted out, then you will not have a problem with you will not have a problem with giving yourself or the company or whoever a better solution. So I hope that you guys are okay with my method of teaching. It's simple enough. I am patient enough to answer questions. Sometimes I use humor and try to take you away from class so that it's not going to be boring. You don't get to sit and watch your screen and then I'm talking about numbers and numbers as if I'm a robot. So I need you guys to get the human touch of the person teaching. I Even though majority of you have not seen me physically, but at least you could feel the impact of the teaching. I'm saying this because as we proceed going forward, you would have to actually listen very, very attentively, very, very attentively. So if you have somebody with you right now that the person is distracting you, just tell the person to wait for you in the bedroom. If you have a baby, take the baby, give it to someone to help you hold your baby. And then if you are eating, of course, this is lunchtime or like dinner, just try to make sure that you have your headphone with you while we proceed with the class. And but before then, let's look at the announcement of the previous class and want to just see those announcements again. Can you guys see hear me? I hope so.
Yes, we can.
All
Mm-hmm.
right. By the way, did we treat the count if function or we treated only sum if function?
So,
Did we treat count if?
so we did not complete this summit function that day on
We
No, we
didn't.
did
What
some if
yesterday.
alone.
we did sum if. I think we did
We did
complete it.
some, yes,
And this one, okay, we didn't do count
because your
if.
system was about going off, and you now said that
We didn't.
We, did,
yes.
we didn't do count if. Okay, so let's do count if now. Just quickly. Let's say again we are still looking at I want to choose something else. Let's say car brands, and then amounts. So let's have the names of cars this time around. So we have
Porsche.
Toyota, Toyota. Something funny. Okay,
Mercedes.
wait, guys. Let's make this fun. Mention the name of a car that your money in your account can buy now.
Okay.
Legady's Benz.
Oh yeah.
Bicycle.
All of
Wheelbarrow,
you.
Bicycle.
wheelbarrow. Mine can buy
Keke napep.
wheelbarrow.
Keke
My own is
napep.
wheelbarrow.
You
Okay, you
can
can buy
even buy
Arrested
wheelbarrow.
Cat.
Wow. Rich
All of you
kids.
in the comment section. Let me know the name of Priska say Honda. The name of the car
Honda.
that your account can buy from. Let's go.
Legady's Benz. Oh.
Priska,
Mine
only you,
wheelbarrow.
Lexus,
My own can
Lexus
buy
and Honda.
wheelbarrow.
Is it your money?
So I can my own can buy 330. RS
So let's
330.
say Honda. This one is for Priska. Tuk tuk. You know what tuk tuk is?
Yes.
Tuk tuk is keke.
Okay.
Who be that one? Ṣé
Yeah,
nǹkan ọ̀fẹ́ mú yín? Níbo ṣé
you see now.
báwo lè ṣe nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn?
They have started coming. Oh, they have started coming. Huh? You have a visitor. Kilo Shele. Who is that?
I don't know.
Please just mute. If the person is coming, just mute. Thank you. So we have Toyota, Honda, Keke. What else? Lexus,
Mercedes,
Mercedes,
Porsche,
Porsche.
Land Rover,
Okay, so let's just use these ones. Land Rover
Rover,
and
BMW.
BMW. You are really a car freak like myself, eh?
Yes, sir.
Let's say I want to paste this. Yeah, I actually love cars. Like, no, it's too. So we have car brands and then the amounts. So maybe I'll just put random amount, right? Random, so that I teach you guys. So I'm just gonna copy this, paste it here. I just want to explain the sum if, okay?
Yes, sir.
So now, guys, let's go
Some
back.
if
If
or
you read,
count if.
if you read count if you read this, you would see sum if would ask the question, how much is the total number of apples in a data set? And if you looked at what we did the last time, we were able to calculate the total number of apples. But count if would ask you how many times did apple appear in the data set. So assuming you are given this type of data set, remember remember the remember the example of the bank I gave you yesterday, and someone would come and say that they made a transaction to a particular bank, and then they were debited and they want to have their refund back. And then they will come to you and tell you as a data analyst that they want to see how many times this guy actually sent money in a day. So they want to know how many times did you send money in a day, and they can actually use the count if function. Okay. For instance, how many times do you ask your parents of money in a month? If you are a data analyst, I didn't ask how much. Don't forget, I didn't ask you how much did you get money from your
Mm-hmm.
parents in a month. I asked how many times. So it could be that how many times is like, let's say, how many times I got 500,000 dollars. Okay, let's say $500, $500 in a month. And I'll say if I'm earning $500 in a month, I actually can on my own I can get this money in a week. But if I'm getting this money from my parents in the US in a month, okay, I will now calculate, did they give me this money like once, or did they give me like 20 times? So you have to now calculate
Install.
each of the 20 times, how much did they give me that I was able to make this amount of money in a month? I used to tell people that the moment I started earning in dollars, the moment I started earning per hour, I started valuing time even much more. I'm very sorry to say that a lot of Nigerians are not so good with time management. And it's not their fault, because we have people who leave their offices, go sit down, and they wait for their paycheck at the end of every month. So they don't understand that every single hour that you spend working for somebody should count for something. Should count for something. I was working in Lagos. Like how many years ago? Maybe 8 years ago. I was working in really. I was in a difficult place at the time, but I learned something from these women of the streets, as we call them, because my company was quite close to them, and we're providing them with a couple of products. And these amazing people would come. Not really young, but I was still new into the whole hustling and bustling life. I was really intrigued when every single person that approached them, they counted time to be worth it. That, in fact, to me, that's the only profession in Nigeria that I would say people are so time conscious. I can't remember of any profession that there would be like pay before service, or after 1 hour your money is going to increase. Okay, I think there's another one. I don't know if that's how it works now. The Uber drivers or Bolt drivers, or Uber Bolt. What else do you have?
That's
Uber Bolt, right? You have another
yes.
one.
Other ones are just like private owned.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's another group of
Yes.
people that charge per hour. Anyone remember any group of people that charge per hour?
So people that work at this thing, oil companies, they charge per hour.
At where?
Mobi charges per hour.
Mobile.
Those
How
people
much
offshore,
do they pay in dollars, or they pay in naira?
they pay in dollars for offshore. Like their
I'm
top
not
staff that
talking
are
about, I'm
offshore.
talking about Nigerian owned organizations. And my
Okay.
friends who are working with the embassy in Nigeria, they are charged, they are working per hour, and they are charged in dollars.
Yes.
I mean, they get
Yes.
their salary in dollars. I met one of recent too. We just had dinner, and he said he's going back to Nigeria. He just got a job with the embassy, and he's gonna be his monthly income. If you put it in naira, that's 2.5 million naira every month. So anyway, roughly speaking, I'm saying this because if you don't understand where you can define the difference between count if and sum if, you are going to uh, use them interchangeably, which shouldn't be so. Okay, so I'm using payment per hour because if you are earning 35,000, I don't know if there are people still earning 18,000 naira in a month, but let's assume that somebody here who is earning 18,000 in a month, 18,000 naira in a month. That's the price of one shot in DC, and that is even less than the money you would use to go into a club. But someone is earning this in Naira in Nigeria. I always want to tell people that earn this way not to slight them. They only escape. Remember, in fact, this was even my first salary. That's why it's when I hear people earning 18K, I just smile because I just remember but I was a very smart guy then because I kept a lot of money to upskill. And the moment I left a job of 18,000, like I told you guys, I moved straight up to 250 in a space of 1 month, and that's because of the new skills I had, because of the new exposure I had. And right now I don't keep tab of. Anyway, I'm saying this because if you tell this person to divide this money into the number of hours he or she spends in the workplace, you discover that probably they are paying you 5 naira per hour, or maybe 10 naira per hour. And that is how much in cents, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. It's like it's not even up to a lollipop. So when when you see people messing with their time without knowing that they are wasting their lives, it kind of saddens me. Because when I teach data analysis, I always want my students to be money conscious, not in a greedy way, but at least to have a sense of respect for time. If someone tells you, come and solve something for me on Excel, okay, tell the person to send the draft of what the person wants you to do, and make sure you charge the person per hour. Are you guys hearing me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
That is
sir.
how to make sure you charge the person per hour. If you know that a job is going to take you 3 hours, make sure you have a standard price or a standard fee for anyone who is asking you to solve any problem using Microsoft Excel. And if, of course, going forward, those of you that enroll for the data analysis class, that's the only way to go. If you go to some of the sites I showed you guys, you would see that people get to pay you per hour. The moment you log into the system to start work, your money starts counting. So imagine all the gossip, all the people going to watch football match. I don't watch football. It's quite strange. People think every guy goes out to waste time watching human beings kicking a rolling stone, and I don't do that. I enjoy all the talented players. I can't remember the last time I went out to watch football. Because I'm losing money. Okay, an hour spent in chit chats, an hour spent in gossip. A lot of Nigerians do this. After work, you won't go home. You go and sit down somewhere and be drinking and drinking and drinking and looking for what is not. So you waste your life, because at the end of the day, you are waiting for 18,000 naira to come, and then you are so happy, and then you use the money and eat. And the next day, you are doing loan. You are asking for rent. You are dating all kinds of idiots because you are looking for money. So it's basically your life, generally speaking, is a difference between how have you been able to use your count if, and how have you been able to use your sum if. People who are talented are people who know, for me to get my sum if, I need to know how much time I'm going to spend in that thing. For me to get $500 in a month, I need to know how many times do I need to approach my parents every month for them to give me $500. How many times is somebody going to give you transport to come and visit him every day for you to know that you are broke? So So if we come here, if we say we want to use sum if, so we say sum if, basically we want to
So some
know
if or
our,
count if.
I know what I'm saying. I want to show you the
All
difference.
right.
So we want to say this is our range. This is our entire range. Okay? This is
Hide.
our entire
Okay.
range. And our criteria, we are looking for Toyota. And then the range, we are looking for this whole thing. Don't forget, these are formula. And then you hit enter. So this is a sum for Toyota. But we want to be sure for this particular company, how many people, how many people came to this company to buy Toyota? How many people came to this company to buy Toyota? Because that's, as a data analyst, that's the only job you might ever have, or you might have to tell. You say, you know what, we have not been selling too many. I say, David, tell me how many people in a month come here to buy Toyota compared to Honda or Keke or Lexus and so on. And you discover that you go to a certain place and people are no longer selling a certain product, and you ask them, why don't you have this product? You say, well, in a month we only count. Did you hear the language? In a month
Yes.
we only
Mm-hmm.
count that two persons are interested in this car, and consecutively we the number fluctuates, sometimes only one, sometimes only two. And as a business person, if people are always asking you for keke all the time, if you are a business minded person, which product would you want to buy instead of Toyota?
Okay,
Straight up,
now.
Keke.
Keke. And that's
Yes.
simply the difference. That's simply the difference. If you are right here and you don't know the number of hours you are spending in your workplace, you don't know, you've never calculated it, all you are interested is make month finish, make alawi, make salary enter. And then when it enters, I can tell you, some of you, the money that you are earning in a month, I can tell you, just come to my place, just be cooking food for me every Sunday, and I'll pay you that money. And the same way I'm saying this
Okay.
to you, there are people, there are people that are earning so much money than myself that when I tell them what I'm earning in a year, they'll just laugh. They'll say, "Oh well, that's the amount I used to buy my last car." So it's just life. So you have to understand the difference. So for count if, we have count if. And what does it say? It says it counts the number of cells within a
Cells within
range
a
that meets
range
the given
that meets the
criteria.
given criteria.
So what is our range? This whole thing here is our range. And
Yes.
what is our criteria? Our
Keke
criteria is
Car
is
brand.
Toyota.
Toyota.
Okay, let's use
Toyota.
Keke,
Oh,
Yes, sir.
and then we hit enter. So how many times did Keke appear? Just twice. So if you look
Twice.
at it, we have
twice.
Keke here, yellow, and we have Keke where else? Down here.
Down there.
Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So you can come here
Yes.
if you want to change. We want to do count if again. Count if, bracket open. We want to look at our range. This time around, we want to look at Toyota, and bracket close. So we still have two.
Yeah.
So that is the difference between count if and sum if.
Some
If
if.
you have, if you ever forget the difference between sum if and count if, please, all the stories I'm telling you, let it be a reminder of what that difference could be. Count if, how many times did you do dash? How many times did you appear in your workplace? How many times did you collect a certain amount of money to get you a particular, a sum, a whole sum? Sum if would be, okay, this is how much you've collected in a period of time, every month, every year. Okay, remember that. So for this assignment, there is a tip that was given to create a drop down for the fruits mentioned first. So if I were you, you would come to this place, create fruit and amount. So you create, let me show you what you do. Fruit and then amount. So you have to create a drop down where if you have apples here, your drop down would contain other fruits, and each time you change them, you can see the sum if. Is that clear?
Yes.
Each time
So
you
you said
change
each time
them,
we do what?
using the drop down, you have your sum if.
Okay.
So you on this one here, you are going to calculate the count if. So you can choose any of the fruits and then calculate using count if how many times that fruit appeared. I hope that that one is clear now. And with that, I think we have come to the end of this particular sheet. So the next class, we are going to be looking at all of this. Index. I want to start with index match. I want to start with index match because that's a continuation of VLOOKUP. And then I move over to correlation matrix and predictive analysis. Then I'll now move over to data cleaning, data modeling, full blown, and then we'll just continue the rest of the class. So yeah, of course you've read all of this. So let's proceed to index match. Index match is a very interesting. In fact, I use index match most of the time compared to VLOOKUP because it gives me most of the things I want or I want to see myself having. So I'm going to explain what index match is, but I'm going to take my time to explain index first and then match. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So it seems the sheet you have here and the sheet you have is not the same. Though.
It's the same. Just go down, you would see all the names of the sheets: index, index match, complex index match
Okay, okay, okay.
assessment. You would see them.
Yeah, same.
So we start from index. Let's start from index. Should I continue?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
By the way, I forgot to say, as we are preparing to begin our data analysis class, I forgot to say that we have what is called a referral fee. For instance, our complete tuition fee it's $200 or $120. Uh, but okay, that's like 35 200. But if you get to refer people to us, you could write about the health techies and the training coming up. If anyone um enrolls through you, then you get about 2 or 3 thousand as referral token or appreciation. We're trying to make tech courses the same way that some people think that tech is saturated. I always laugh at them because Nigerians, in fact, if you want to compare Nigeria, the Nigerian tech space with a country like Kenya,
Indians.
all right, let's even look at the African continent with a country like Kenya.
Or Rwanda.
Nigeria, Nigeria hasn't scratched the surface yet.
Yes.
You
Rwanda
haven't
is
scratched the surface. Then if you go out of the African continent, you look at the Chinese, you look at the Indians,
India,
yeah,
Philippines,
and those
Pakistan.
guys from Singapore, and we haven't scratched the surface. So even though you have a couple of thousands of persons enrolled with us, we haven't still yet scratched the surface. This is what I can tell you, and that's because of the horrible internet conditions on the continent, the horrible data plan conditions in the country. If I have a data plan here, I just get to buy $35 maybe from T-Mobile or $50, and maybe $100. It takes me for a whole month. It's unlimited. Like it's even the calls. I don't need to be recharging my line all the time. I need to make a call. Well, once you recharge once, that's it until the month ends and you get to recharge. It's like subscription based kind of, and it's also affordable. And of course, you have emergency lines as well. But how many rural communities in Africa have access to electricity or the internet? And there are people, really smart kids in rural communities that if you just introduce them 1 week, 1 month to some of these tech tools, they will blow your minds. They will blow your minds. I tell you, um, there's a book about the Queen of Catway. How many of you have read that book or maybe watched the movie?
No, I
Queen of
haven't.
Catway. It's about a chess queen. What country was she from again? And she was really from like a ghetto region of our country. She became the world champion in chess or something. And we have these guys doing amazing stuff with chess to school in
Tesla.
Lagos. Chess, yeah. You could see the talent that is buried underneath most of the children there. All we need is a government who really cares. Anyway, I'm saying this because maybe to encourage you to introduce as much. I don't care. Um, I don't care what you do with what I've taught you, but I want to see results. I think that should be the end of what I'm saying. Go to your village, go to your former school, your university, begin to show them results, and then make sure, like I said yesterday, the three things are in you. All right. Make sure you are earning with it. Make sure you are an expert, and make sure you are confident about your expertise, and then you are good to go. So please talk to people about the health techies and training, data analysis, and if they get to join us, then we say, all right, this is how much we can appreciate you for. Now, given having said that, I want to explain why index match is very important. Are we still in class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are.
Now, index, what index does is that index helps us to pull, uh, index helps pull out information from a range. And if you look at VLOOKUP, that is actually what we did. Okay, that is an example of what we did in VLOOKUP. We got a
Mm-hmm.
particular value and we pulled out information attached to that value. Remember when I talked about someone that came and complained that he was debited from his bank and he needed to know who that money was sent? So we used VLOOKUP hypothetically to actually trace who that money was sent to. And then we found the person. Remember, we use oranges in this case to give that explanation. So let's say in this case, we have two interesting columns that are actually revenue and profit, meaning that they have numbers. And with index, we are actually going to be looking for something. Maybe we want to look at the revenue for an app like Swoops. Maybe we want to look for the profit for an app like Hacker, or the revenue for an app like Blend. Okay. So what we do in this case is that we there's someone whose background is talking and making noise. Yeah, Uganda. Thank you, Robert. Uganda. Who be this? Oh, where is this one coming from? Pauline.
Yeah.
This Pauline is low key. He's doing plenty things low key, low key. If I you say sir, football is good. Of course, football is good. I don't doubt it. But again, I'm kind of like, I mean, I prefer to watch it at home when I am not doing anything. They are making their money. I want to concentrate on my future, my time. So
But you watch movies.
I watch movies only when I'm eating. I can't dedicate any time to say switch on the TV and begin to watch movies. Nah. And I also watch when I'm tired and I'm completely useless. I don't know what to do with my life. So I'm like, okay, put on the
Okay.
movie and watch it. But if I have the moment I am sound of mind and heart and body, the last thing I want to watch is a movie because I'm
Very
trading,
good.
I'm trading my sanity for unproductivity.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, so let's proceed. So, assuming just mention an app, we want to look for maybe the profit of that app. Again, I always tell you guys don't be tempted by the little values we have right here. And I am glad I showed you guys that it could get complicated if you have over 1,000 rules. Remember. So, someone should mention an app and let's look for maybe the revenue or profit. Let's pull out the information
Fighter.
app. What?
LinkedIn.
Fighter.
LinkedIn.
Fighter. Okay, so let's use Fighter. Let's use
Okay.
Fighter. So we are looking for the revenue for Fighter, right? Revenue for
Yeah.
Fighter. So we are going to say equals to index. You see what it says? It says it returns a value. Or, and someone read what's there?
Returns the value or
Mhm.
reference of the cell at the intersection of a particular row and column in a given range.
Exactly. That's what it does. So bracket open. So it's asking for array. Okay. So we are going to, this is our entire array.
Yeah.
That's our array. Of course, I named it. That's why you have app table. And then I say, comma, what is our roll
Row
number?
number
So our
B13.
roll number is what? Row 13,
B13.
exactly.
Yes.
B13. So we are going to click on
Fighter.
fighter. And then we put comma. And it's asking for what? Column
The
number.
column number.
So what is our column
Column
number here?
one.
Column
No,
2. Column
column
2.
2. Because we are looking for
Revenue.
revenue, right?
Oh,
Revenue.
yes.
Yes.
And then
Yes, yes.
bracket close and we hit enter. So it's showing value error. So can someone tell me why it's showing value error?
Let's go back and see if we did the correct thing.
So you can
We
check the
did.
formula here. Can someone tell me
Mm,
why it is value error? Let me check the comment section. Why is it value error? Anyone?
No
the comment
comments
section
yet.
today is boring. What happened? Are we
Yeah,
not
people are
many?
tired. I guess. Okay, good.
So
Say you
I
have
think
Chuku,
I think
Chuku Drusilla. You have seen the movie. This your picture is very interesting.
I knew that was what Mr. David was coming to say.
Explain the counting formula again. Okay, I'll explain it. Uh, Ndi Aji, please help. So I guess it's column 3. Okay. Column 3, there is no specification.
Looking for
What do you mean by there is no
revenue, and revenue is
specification?
column 2.
No quotation marks?
No
No.
quotation mark. We did not pass the
I
rule. We
love
are
the I
following the
love the
Excel
ideas
rule.
coming. Let them keep coming, guys.
Yes.
So can you show us a screen
Someone
again?
said
Let me check
column width
something.
too small. If column width was too small, it would have been showing H. Is that not?
Yeah.
Table name is supposed to be in inverted comma when
Okay.
putting the array. There is no specification when putting the array. From Festus. Oh, we are not supposed to use B13. Said Sarah.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for more responses.
Hey Zainab, are you here at all?
Array. Number. Peterson. Column number. Two. Let's see. Column number 2. Brackets
All
close.
right, let me try something. Index, bracket open.
So can I see your screen?
That I have an idea.
Okay. Yeah, what's the idea?
I think on the table which is there, I think the table is being numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I think you didn't include the number of that specific app. I think Fighter
It's B13.
is
It's the row.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is 7 on the table.
That's a smart one. You got something close. Something close. Okay, so let me share. Am I sharing my screen or no?
No, you've
No, sir.
not.
Okay, yeah, this is it. So we have fighter. Going to delete this. We have equals to index, bracket open. This is our array. So our array is going to be this, and then comma our roll number. So instead of clicking on
Fighter.
the cell, instead of clicking on the cell, you have to count the rows. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6. Okay.
So fighter is in row number 6, comma, and column number. Let's say we are looking for the column number, we are looking at revenue. So that will be column number 1. So we have it there, number 1, and then bracket close and enter. So you can see fighter, it's right there. Do you see 200?
Yeah.
Let me 261.96. So someone said I should do the count if again. Let me go back, do it, and I hope you follow me this time around. So for count if, we want to know how many times. Remember, there's a difference between count if and function and sum if. Count if is how many times did a particular value appear. Okay. For instance, I want to say kettle. I want to say pot. I want to say spoon. I want to say
Nice.
Hannah. I want to say goat. I want to say kettle again. I want to say spoon. I want to say kettle again. So if you want to know how many times did kettle appear, you use count if. Count if, bracket open, right? What's your range? This is your range, all the things you want. And your criteria is what? Is kettle,
Got you.
okay? And then you click bracket close and enter. So how many times did kettle appear? 3 times.
Three
And you can
times.
count. This is the first one, 1, second one, 2, and then the third one is here, 3. So that is how it works. And if you are still confused, just continue like that. After class, come and listen to the recording. So let's go back. Is anyone confused now about using index match? So let's say we
Sir?
want to use hacker. Say we want to search for hacker. What is the row number for hacker here?
1, 2, 3,
1,
4, 5,
2, 3,
6,
4,
7,
5,
8, 9.
6,
9.
7, 8, 9. Good. So we want to look at the values for 9, right? We want to get the values for 9. Equals to index,
Index.
bracket open. This is our array. Let's say we want
No.
to, let's
So,
even say we want to highlight everything. Our row number
okay.
is 9.
9.
Our column number, let's say we want to look at
2.
profits, which is 3,
Profits. 3.
and then enter. So you can see 383.031. Can you see? But the problem now is you are not going to be given the opportunity to be counting your rows. Are you guys following me? Let me open something and show you. Let me open something and show you.
Networks. So,
All right, good. So this is a data set. Let me see. So this is a data set I was working on for somebody, actually a hospital in Nigeria. So they wanted to hospitals in Nigeria. They want to see, all these international organizations. They want to see the number of people, percentage of children who were this and that. So they have all these indicators. Like I said, if you open this, you would see a list of all the indicators: adolescent birth rate, and ANC coverage, at least one visit, contraceptive, infant mortality rate, IVF, and so there's a list. You can see there are so many. Can you guys see that?
yes.
So if I want to ask you guys now, to scroll down to rule 500 and look for a particular value, your eyes will deceive you. I said rule 500. Some of you will be so tired, you go and collect details from rule 20. Huh? Person wey never carry belle una go report say e don born just because you didn't listen to the instruction. They said rule 500. So it's very, very dicey. Sometimes if you are not careful, you can mess up an entire company. Like this data is very, very serious. You can see the data source I got here is from WHO. I got
WHO.
data from WHO, data from IHME.
I
I don't know most of these places. I know WHO, I know World Bank, I know UniAIDS. Some of these other places I had to go and find out what these places. So sometimes you have access to confidential information and things like that, program areas and then values. And then they are telling you to visualize this data, clean it, and submit it to them. And you go and say, they didn't teach me. Oh, no be sack me that.
straight up.
So that is why index match is very, very cumbersome, because it's not all the time you'll be going to be counting number of rows. But I'm going to teach you why. The next thing I'm going to teach you now is the importance of index plus match. Are you following me? The
Yes, sir.
importance of index plus match. We are done with index. You now know how to pull out a certain information from a range. Now for index match, we are going to do something interesting. So we have a data set here, and they're asking you to set. This is the select app, which is division. Yeah, the division and then the profit. Misty Wash is the name of the app. So they're asking you, what is the division? If you look down here, what is the division for Misty Wash? Anyone?
Is so I
Come
don't
on,
understand
guys.
what you mean by the division.
Look at your columns. Look at your rows. Misty Wash is the name of an app. This is column
Yeah.
for app. All right. And they're asking you what division? What division? This is division now. What
Is
division
under
does Misty Wash
Utility.
fall under?
is
Utility.
better utility.
Utility. Come on, say it with proud. Say it with pride. And then what is the profit?
The profit is
Five
five
point
point seven
seven
eight
seven eight
eight
dollars.
dollar.
Exactly. Now let's look at the app called Hacker. What division does it fall in?
Productivity.
Productivity
What is the revenue?
957.58 dollars.
Good. Now, assuming you are given something in your office, they want to know which app actually made this particular money. They just give you the amount, and then they ask you, go and bring us David or Peter or Lawal. Go, let us know which app gave us this amount of money. By heavens, Jerusalem, are you going to go and be scrolling down thousands of data sets like this just to look for that amount of money? By the time you scroll down to 100, you pass and enter 1,000. That is where you begin to remember the people that are owing you. And then you come back and start again because you are confused. Please, this is where index with a combination of match comes in. And I'm going to teach you how that is done. Should I continue?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
So now, what the match function does, let me write it here somewhere. What the match function does is that the match function looks for a one-way a one-way highlight only in the needed column. Only in the needed column. That is what the match function does. So let me use match to solve for this problem. So we are looking for, let's say, paren, whatever that is. In this case, we want to match it. So we say equals to match, and someone read what it says there, their own definition of match.
Returns the relative position of an item in an array that matches a specified value in a specified order.
Exactly. So what are the keywords there? Array and
Array,
what?
specified
what?
value and specified order.
Exactly. Array and specified value and specified order. So it has to be in array, meaning it has to be in this method. And it has to match a specific value. And it has
Yes.
to be in a specific order.
Specific order.
So bracket open. What is our lookup value? In this case, what is our lookup value? Anybody? If you remember VLOOKUP, then you shouldn't have a problem knowing what lookup value is. Come on, guys. What is our lookup value?
Is paren now. Our lookup value is B.
You are not sure. I
7.
need people that are
Sorry.
sure in my class.
So our lookup value is B7. Paren.
Is what?
B7.
V7.
Not V. B7.
B7. No.
B7, not P. B7, that is
Okay.
paren.
Paren. Okay,
B7
good.
now.
P7.
Yes, sir.
You
B7.
can either
Yes, sir.
click on
B7.
on paren over there, or you simply click on the one right here at the top.
Okay.
Because sometimes you may not have to go back to the, assuming you've given your table a name. Remember when we talked about tables, you can actually go to a new sheet and do your manipulation. You are getting solutions, and someone who is new to Excel will be like, why are you getting answers? Where's your table? What are you calculating? You just smile, tell the guy, sit down. Do you want answer? He say yes. So yeah, drop money. Are you with me?
Yes.
So you can either click on the body of the work, or you click on just a new page. So in this case, I'm going to click on K5, which is our paren, and which is what? Our lookup value. And then after that, we put comma. So what is our lookup array?
Our lookup array is the second column. 1, 2.
Exactly. Our lookup array is the second column, which is the app column.
App column, yes, sir.
You can see it's already named division table, bracket open, apps.
Apps.
And then is anyone still confused by this time?
I'm not seeing anything. No, someone is asking a different question. Someone was just asking a different question here. They're just asking what's the difference between VLOOKUP and index match.
Okay. Well, we are not done solving index match. When I finish, I'll explain the difference.
All right, sir.
So again, I know that there is a mistake that I've made here, but I'm just going to continue with this. I'm going to say comma. They are asking what is the, of course, we're always looking for the exact match, right?
Exact match.
So we have exact match, bracket close, and then hit enter. So it's showing us 3. Can someone tell me why it is showing us 3 instead of paren, or instead of the amount or revenue?
Okay, so the reason why it's showing us 3 is because we did not. Hold on, let me structure this thing well, sir, before I say it. Okay, so we did not place it. We did not give it an exact thing that it's looking for.
Okay.
We did not give it a criteria.
Okay, okay. Good, good,
That's why
good,
it's
good,
showing us 3.
good. So assuming I want to copy Perrin. Okay, let me copy Wika. All right. And I know it falls under the app column, right?
Apps.
So I'm going
Yes.
to open another page. I want to show you guys the magic of Match. I don't know. This is Wika. And they're asking me, get the value for Wika. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what the value of Wika is. I don't even know what the roll number of Wika is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to use my match to look for the number of Wika. So I'm going to say equals to match, bracket open, my lookup value. What's my lookup value?
The lookup
Wika.
values we can.
All
Yes.
right. Then
Yes.
comma, what is my lookup array? I don't know, but I know that I have the name of my table.
A
So I'm
table.
going to call my division table. I'm going to call the table name. And then I'm going to call the name of the app, which is a column. Then I'm going to close it. Then my match type, I'm going to say exact match. Then I'm
Exact
going to
match.
say bracket close and then hit enter. So I now know that without going back to look at it, I now know
Yes.
by using match that what happened that I have
It falls
solved
in.
for what? I know the exact rule
That's
that
what
match
it
belongs. Do
is.
you see? With match, I don't need to go be counting 1, 2, 3 like we did under index. Are you
Yes.
guys seeing the difference between index and match?
Yes.
I need comments. I need comments, guys. Are you guys seeing the difference now between index and match?
Yes. Everybody's following. I thought array was supposed to be the whole table. Ah. Yes.
Oh, back to the
Only
stage.
Priska is saying yes. The people listening, are you guys following? Do you know?
Yes, sir,
Yes,
we're following.
array could be the whole table. It could also be what you want it to be. I could choose 2 columns to be my array, but if you hear array most of the time, it's the entire table. Eh, All right, yeah, I can see. All right, yes, good. So you now see the difference between um, index and match. With index, you have to use your mouth and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But with match, all you need is the name of whatever it is, and then it will help to match and to help you match the rule. Now that you understand that, let's come back to class. So we can now use what is called index match, a combination of index and match to now solve for Misty Watch. You can see there's a drop down there, right? By now, you guys should
Yes.
know
Mm-hmm.
how I got this drop down. So this drop down contains
Yes.
what? The drop
App.
down contains what?
The drop down should contain
Different
the
apps.
the different
It
apps.
contains different apps. So this is all of them, right? Contains different
Yes.
apps.
Mm-hmm.
So now we want to now use index and match to solve this problem.
Division
So
and
we are going
progress.
to say, please listen because this is serious. We have equals to index bracket open. What is our array?
Our array is apps. That is B13. Isn't that apps?
Array. Just highlight the entire cell, please.
I just highlight everything,
Or
please.
table.
Are
Highlight
you
it.
array?
It's Misty Watch that what I'm
Mm,
looking for now. So it's a
The
cool.
array
B13.
is the apps, sir. The
Array.
apps column.
Division.
No, the okay,
Wahala
division. Sorry.
Jama.
Yes, size division.
We
Look at well,
You guys have forgotten that we are
Division
looking
table.
for division. We are
for
looking for
division.
Division
division.
Yes,
table.
sir.
So that is our array. So we have comma. What is
Oh,
our
oh.
row number? Now
Our
remember, under index, what we are supposed to do when we come to row number, we use our mouth to count to look for what
Number 9.
where mis- exactly. But we are not going to do that. We are,
Okay.
instead of using number 9, we are now going to combine our formula and then insert our match here. So we have match, bracket open. We are now going to look for Misty Watch, which is our what? Lookup value.
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 And then we put comma. What is our lookup array? In this
Our
case,
lookup array is the entire app. That
Again.
is yes,
yes, this is our lookup array
array
Okay, okay, okay.
because we are looking for Misty Watch in an array of data.
in an array of data.
We want to know which number is Misty Watch and where does it fall in under utility, or
Alright.
sorry, under division. And then
Mm-hmm.
when we are done, we now do what? We open and say exact match. So
Exact
let's see if
match.
this will work. We close it and hit enter. So it says there is an error.
Error in the formula.
There's no error.
What
So
is the error?
Excel scam you and I.
Okay.
So can you see it has automatically given you
Giving you the
utility
division
to be
of Misty Watch.
division. Now, can somebody smart enough? Somebody smarter than my ex-girlfriend. Can someone tell me how to solve for Misty Wash and get the profit
Profit.
using index and match? So let's go.
Okay.
Equal to index.
Equals to index, bracket open.
Highlight profit.
Highlight profits. Okay. What else?
Index array. Row number. Row number. Row number should be. We are looking for
That's match. We are
profit.
going to use match.
Still under
What?
utility.
We
Yeah,
are going
let's
to
use
use
match.
match now.
We use match. Somebody was about
Yes.
to count it.
And lookup
No,
value.
no,
will
no.
not do.
What is our lookup value?
Lookup value. You click on utility.
You
No,
Is
no,
it
you click
lookup
on entire
array?
apps. Lookup
no,
value.
no. What is our lookup value?
So our lookup value is
Misty
B13.
Wash.
It's
Misty
Misty
Wash.
Misty
Wash.
Wash.
Misty
Why are you so
Watch.
confused? That is what we are looking for. We want
And
to
I'm
know
saying
the profit.
utility.
And then
Yes.
what
It's
else?
true. Mm,
What else?
match
I think
type.
uh,
Lookup array. You go to the
You put your
apps.
comma, my people. Put your comma.
Your
Jesus.
comma.
What next after that?
Where are we?
So immediately after then you check for the table.
Match type.
Our lookup
Match type.
array. That's the next thing. What is it?
Yes. The lookup
The
array
app.
is
Apps.
app.
The apps.
Apps.
Yes. Then match type. Exact.
Then comma.
Once you
Match
click
type is what? Exact match.
exact match.
Zero.
Then you hit enter.
0. It will show you error something. It's
So why is
correct.
it bringing out this
Right
stuff?
point.
I don't know. I don't care. As long as it gives me my answer, I'm fine.
I also did it on my end. I also did the same thing. Eh,
Equals
so
Alakwada.
that's not error.
Now that we have gotten the answer to this, so we now know that Misty Wash falls under division. That's a utility under division, and then the profit is what 5.58. You can confirm it without looking If you are looking, you can confirm. Misty Wash, you can see it here. Utility, and then the profit is
58.
5.578.
5.78.
This formula long.
Should we do one last example, or are you guys okay?
So let's do one last
Let's do
example, please.
one more. Using data
Okay.
validation, solve for both cases, profit and revenue, and any type of the app.
So listen.
So,
So
what do you
let's
mean by
look at
data
the second.
validation, please?
Let's using data validation. Your drop down
Mm-hmm.
now. That's your data. This drop down.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. So guys, I want you to work on this. I've already given you. So if you come here and change it to Perrine, you see it changes. Division changes, profit changes. If you come here, accord, it changes again. Can you see? That is
Yes.
why
Mm-hmm.
your data validation is very important. Now, in this case, when we are looking for data validation, we want you to solve for both cases so that we have, in this case, you can now see revenue and profit. Revenue, when you open profit, it changes to 90. Are
Mm-hmm.
you guys following me?
Yes.
If you
Mm-hmm.
open this one to revenue, it changes to 907. Do you see that? If you change this division and put, let's say, um, you want to change this to hacker, it changes division to productivity. If you want to remove your division, let's say you want to put something else, game, and then the revenue, you want to see your profits, it changes. So I want you guys to navigate how to solve this, which is very, very simple, using index match.
Wow.
That you just dey blow my mind.
But I'm blowing your mind. That's good.
So you did blow
So
my.
let me paste this one here. This time around, I want to open, let's say we want to look for hacker. All right.
Yes.
I'm doing another example now, right? So let's say
Okay.
um this time around we want to look for the division, right? Then we want to look
Okay.
for the other time we look
Revenue.
for profit. So now we want to look for revenue. So for hacker, we have, let me put this bold enough.
Index equals to
So for
index.
hacker, we have equals to index
Equal to index.
bracket open. What is our
Yes.
array? What is our array?
Revenue.
For hacker here is this
Division.
is app
What is
Division.
our array?
production.
Division. You people are still
Production.
confused. I bind and cast confusion. Don't be confused. Check it,
Hey.
Tabrukata. Tabrukata.
equals to index. What is your array? I ask again.
Division.
Division. That is because we are looking for division. If it wasn't division here and it was something else, that column where that thing belongs is going to be your array.
Array.
If you are in a new table and you can't see your table, just make sure that you name your table and call in the right column. So our array is this division. So you just highlight division. You are going to see it there.
Yes.
Division table, column, division. And then you put your roll number. What is your roll number?
Your roll number
Now
B.
remember, you
F.
and I, calm down. You and I,
Match.
we don't want to be using our tongue to count roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
You just put
in the
match.
yes, exactly. In the
Match.
place of roll number, we now put match so that the match function will help us to count it for us. Are we see together?
Yes, sir, we are.
Come,
So for this
come
match,
match
it's
them.
saying bracket open. What is our lookup value?
Look up. Sir, extend your screen, please.
Our
L
lookup
for
value.
L for Haka. Haka.
What is our lookup value?
Hacker, that is B8.
Haka.
Haka is our lookup value. Good.
Ike.
Comma. What is our
Okay.
lookup array?
Our lookup array is the entire this thing. What's it called again?
The
Let me use
entire
this
app.
thing. The entire
The
app.
entire app column. Good.
Then
Then
exact
what else?
match.
Comma.
Comma.
Exact
Comma.
match.
Exact match.
Bracket
And
close.
then
Bracket close.
bracket close. And you hit.
And
Enter.
enter
Okay,
it.
now, let me tell you guys why that thing came out. Let me tell you guys why that box came out. It came out because remember, anytime that you are adding another formula to another formula, you must end your brackets the many times you have added different formulas. In this case, how many formulas have we added?
2.
2.
So when we are closing our formula,
We add
when we are closing,
double
we
bracket.
have to be how many brackets?
2
Two
brackets.
brackets. So I'm going to add another bracket now. And if that box that came out, if it came out before, I am going to come to PUN's village. I'm surprised. In fact, who? Ifoma or Ijoma or Zenap. I'm going to visit their villages
So I come
and
to
rig the
very
next election. So I'm going to add another one. I'm going to hit enter. Did you see the box? It didn't.
no. That disappeared.
Yes, baby. Tiole baby.
So let's look at hacker and revenue. So we have equals to index,
Index.
bracket open. What is our array?
So I just use this
Revenue.
thing.
Revenue.
Use revenue. That's our array.
So you selected another thing.
Sir, I think it's busy with something else.
Yeah, what is our array again?
Revenue.
Revenue.
Revenue, good. Comma. What else?
Yes. Match.
Index. Sorry, match. Match it.
Match. Yes, I forgive you. What's our lookup value?
Our lookup values. What is
Is
in there? Okay.
Aka.
Just use L5.
Aka.
Hacker, comma.
Yes.
What is our
Comma.
lookup array?
App.
App, good.
Match type
Comma.
0. Exact.
Exactly.
Exact match.
Then
Double
bracket,
close.
how many times?
Double
Double
close
bracket.
bracket.
And then enter.
Enter.
Viola, that is it.
Yeah, papa.
So do you guys understand how index marks works now?
Yes. Yes, we do.
Any question? Because I'm moving over to the more complex one. Any question?
Someone is asking what is the difference between array and range?
The difference between
Array and range.
okay, array is it can be used interchangeably, but most of the time when we talk about array, we are talking about a particular data set that we are presently working with. So you can't, for instance, let me check something. For instance, in an array, I can't come to, let me show you what I mean. Let me share my screen and show you what I mean. So you see, this is 333. Can you see?
Yes.
This
Yeah,
is a
383.
formula. Yeah, this is a formula. These numbers you see, they are not ordinary numbers. They are not like 283.03. If I click outside, I can always come here and remove the 8 to, let's say, 9, right? But I can't come here and say I want to remove anything. The moment I say I want to remove anything, I have to work on the formula. So this is our array. Those numbers you see are numbers from an array. So you cannot edit them as you see inside. Are you following me? But a range,
Yeah.
this is a range without an array, meaning you can come here and change this 22 and then put 29 and click outside. That's fine. But on you can't go to where you see we car, maybe somewhere here we car. Let's say this one, right? You can't come here. You can see the 29 I changed has
As
affected this
reflected.
one
Yes.
automatically. So you can't come here and change it. But I encourage you to go and Google more. But for me, that's how I explain array and range. I can say what's the range of data, but anytime I use the word array, I know that a formula is involved. That's just my plain way. But range, we can talk about editing it either way.
Oh God.
Any other question
Thank you
before we
for bringing me.
proceed?
I
Yes,
believe so
you say
perfect
you
and
got
blind.
this. So basically, what it does, it kind of gives you around like the whole number. Meanwhile, in the table, it would kind of approximate it. So it's still the same thing. So I'm going to look at the last formula for today, which is so that I can give you guys an assessment that you work together. Please, anytime I give assessments, it counts as your project. Don't ask me any question. I expect you guys to the go and do your research. For those of you in the premium group, please begin to choose who is going to be your team lead within yourself between now and the next class. Begin to brainstorm, open different WhatsApp groups. Don't add me, don't add our virtual assistant. You guys should do your thing, because when we give out assessments going forward, we expect you can be working together as a group to get the solution. Same with your projects and then every other thing that will be sent to you. But your assessment, like this one now, you have to do it on your own. Even if you have help, but make sure you solve it on your own. So let's look at the complex.
So
It's
please, can you
complex.
all highlight the comments?
You say what?
Please remove the comments.
Oh, okay. It's late already. I'll do it next time. Wow.
No, please. Kelvin, go and sleep. You watch the recording later.
This is what these human beings say. Instead of you to say that the time has come for you to do what you normally do, you are pushing me out. You are pushing me out of my own class. Can you imagine?
Mr. David.
Please don't be offended. We are sorry.
Anyway, let's
We
continue.
apologize on behalf of him.
So you can see this one now is having this is quite complex, right? I can actually remove this in case you don't. I remove this is how it was. Quite complex because you have two rows
Should we also
containing.
remove it in our own?
Yes, remove it because I don't want you to be distracted by it. Okay,
Okay.
you have two rows, and I want to teach you guys something. So
Two rows.
there are three ways to is this one is called the matrix lookup. There are three ways to go about it.
Let
The
me look.
first way is it's called the matrix lookup. Let's say we want to look for blend in this case. Want to look for blend, right? And then
Mm-hmm.
for blend, we want to look at the budget and we want to look at revenue. So for every time we change budget to actual budget, this number changes. For every time we
Mm-hmm.
change actual budget to actual profit, the number changes. So we can see we have actual revenue, we have actual
Mm-hmm.
profit, we have budget revenue, and we have budget profit. Those of you that study
Okay.
statistics, accounting, and complicated forms of financial analysis, I worked in the fundraising department in one international organization, and I was the one behind the Excel sheet doing most of the calculations. So I know how these things work. For those of you working in non-profit setup or community-based organizations, or you're working with the health sector, you are involved in a lot of data analysis or financial analysis, you are not going to escape from VLOOKUP, index match, and of course matrix lookup. All right, so pay attention because you are going to always come, like Nigeria's budgets or the budget of my university in the US, Michigan State, or you would always have something: annual revenue, annual profit, annual loss. Business, if you listen to business news, you know, okay, the stock exchange is bad, the stock exchange is this and that. So how can we go through this path? How can we navigate this really complex thing? So sometimes it may not even be arranged this way. It could be actual loss, actual revenue, actual loss, or actual cost price, or actual sales price, or whatever. Could be budget revenue, budget profit. So, however it is arranged, but know that a matrix lookup means that you have a lot of columns and you have a lot of rows, different from the primary key. That, for instance, this is our primary key. Without this column, every other thing here is useless, because what are the numbers for? Are we together?
Yes, sir.
So sometimes you have your your primary column, and every other thing would be looking so complicated. You can even have more than three rows. The idea is to make sure that you get the right solution to this company. So what we are going to do here is, if you look at this formula, you are going to see that we have three match types, three match functions, three match functions. You want us to try it and see for blend?
Sir.
Hello?
Yeah, sir, we're with you, sir.
Do you guys want me to try it for blend?
Yes, please.
Do I still have people in this class?
Yes,
Or
sir, we are here.
all of them don't follow Kelvin?
No,
Okay, Zainab is raising her hand.
na Zainab
Zainab
dey
has a
wave
question.
you.
Sir, this one don't they confuse us. So
Na why they call am advanced exam na.
we
You don come advance pass our brain. You think say na song we go dey do up and down. I say we do math look up. We dey look up and down.
Zainab, your camera they on.
you laughing? My own camera was just on now. I didn't even know. And I look a bit homeless.
But
Okay, please, if you have a question, please, this is the time to ask. Um, this is the time to ask questions. I know that your head, the more we go, this is advanced Excel now, so you don't expect it to be.
And then if we
This is
enter the
this
analytics
is
class,
the
Mko,
simplest.
hey,
This is the simplest way I can ever teach this, and it's not even it's not going to give you guys a lot of headache like that because of how simple I'm trying to explain it. Okay,
yes, sir. This
so
YouTube
honestly,
please.
video,
I'm even
the
praying
confused
the
person
other
pass this
teachers
class.
would be like you.
Oh yeah, trainers are interesting people.
Please, they should though. It's not funny.
You can always questions are the way to go. If you don't understand, don't tell me you are confused. That's not a question. Questions are born out of engagement with the problem. Like you have engaged yourself with the problem, you have studied it, you've done your research, but there's something specific that you want to get clarification about, then that's it. But don't just feel because it's too cumbersome for you or it reminds you of your mathematics teacher that was talking about formulas all the time. And all of a sudden, you have transferred the hatred you have for him onto me. You already start hating my voice, and then you begin to think that Excel is complicated. No, remember, we started it very easy. The more we grow now, the more we see that the many things that we can accomplish using Microsoft Excel. Are we together?
Yes,
We
sir,
are
we are.
together, sir.
All right. So if there are questions, please, this is the time to ask those questions.
Pauline, you're on the track. He is
Okay.
one of the best tutors
Sir
ever.
Pauline said you give your students joy.
I swear.
You say what?
Pauline said you give your students joy.
Normally, now,
Okay.
you they give us joy.
So honestly, I must say you are the best I've met so far because before coming to this place, I saw your link via a group where I
Uh-huh.
was learning
Uh-huh.
tech. And honestly, the way you are killing it, you are making me fall in love with Excel. I won't tell lies.
Awesome. I'm happy to hear that really.
So
Honestly.
outside this class, I want to buy a bottle of champagne.
His wine he takes.
Who is
That's
speaking
nice.
for him?
I'm the one speaking.
Favor, no try me, no try me, no, 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 no. Enter inside my talk, no.
Now, wow.
So
Josiah, you are
I'm trying
saturated, not me.
I'm trying to write down the formula so that I can type it out to you guys because the way some people are already snoring in their dream now. Let me make this easy
Sir,
for you guys.
Chisom has a question for you. She said, can
Okay,
you
yeah, what's the question?
explain index and match separately again? I mean, just take me through the separate formulas. Index and match.
Oh, okay, I will do that.
Media Amaka saying don't confuse already.
Yeah,
Analysts
yeah,
don't use that word. We are not confused.
Oh,
She
she
needs to state
bad.
her problem.
The now in the
Where is
talk.
she confused?
Ah,
Omo, I need to go over this class ASAP, says Chinaza Ferro. Everybody's in this together. Most times, you even
Yeah,
understand
yeah.
better when you
First
go through
attempt
the
might
videos
not be.
again.
Yeah, that's why they say Rome was never built in a day.
Felix.
You just follow the class for the main time. Most times, just watch, pause, and you get it. My head don't full.
Like
I
since
beg you.
Saturday and
Una
Sunday
go and
class,
block
I
everything
don't
wey
watch
dey
her
my
like
head.
3 times. I don't watch her like Saturday and Sunday class. I don't watch her like 3 times. Like
And
each
waiting the
video.
occur. You don't understand.
Let me say I know they understand. I want make the thing make my memory store am. I'll store am inside my memory, me no
You only
forget.
have to keep doing it again on your own Excel sheet.
No, I do
Then
it
that way
Sir
and I
you
do
will
Sarah,
be
am
come
able
pause
to
every
here.
time.
remember.
I don't want
Sarah,
to miss any
Please, why
single
should we
formula
be
now.
the ones to group ourselves? I think it would be easier when it's done by the admin. What do you think, sir? Sir, that's not what he meant. They're going to divide us using the group you chose. And then he said you can create a different WhatsApp group for yourselves where him and the virtual assistant
You know what?
Oluchi is not going
If
to
you
be
would
in.
want to be the team lead, I I need to see some interest for each of the groups. If you want to be the team lead, let me see the interest. Just let me know that you are interested.
So be the team leader.
Yeah, for each of the groups, there are three groups there. Okay, so I've written the formula down. Let me share my screen and then type what I've written down for you guys to make this easy for everybody. How does that sound?
Okay, it's better,
better.
sir.
Yeah,
That's good.
the group have been done. Sarah Okonkwo. Unfortunately, very funny. The people shouting that their head is full like Chinaza favor. So I want to tell you the things that Chinaza the shark for her head now, and she has never complained that her head is full.
Chinaza, is that true?
Okay, so
Sir,
let's
you
do
are
something. So
Who
I
is
want to
this?
I want to
Festus.
use I want to
What
use the
is that?
formula first. Please pay attention. I want to use the formula first, and then I'm going to explain how I got to use the formula, and then we'll end today's class, right? So let's do this. So we have equals to index bracket open our array. So our array is going to be everything
from up.
from B6, okay, all the way down to
B14.
E14. This is our array, okay? And then you put your comma. Remember, we don't want to count using our mouth, so we use our match
Match.
function. Then we use bracket open. What is our lookup value in this
I
Blend.
look
case?
up value.
Blend.
What is our lookup value?
I look up value is
Our
Blend.
up
lookup
now.
value is blend.
Is
It's
blend.
App.
even
Good. No,
Blend.
blend,
it's
yes.
blend.
It's
And then
blend, yeah.
comma. What is our lookup array?
I
Our
look up
lookup
array is
array
up.
is the
Apps.
app.
Apps.
Is this app? Good. I'm happy some of you are following. Then comma. We have what? Exact
Exact
match,
match.
right?
Yes, sir.
Now, we are not going to close the bracket. We
Comma.
are not done
Comma.
because we want to look for a particular thing. In this case, we want to look for actual profit or budget profit or actual revenue or budget profit. We want to look for, so each of the time we change this thing, okay? Actual revenue, actual profit, budget revenue, budget profit. We want it to change alongside with blend. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we are going to close the bracket. We are going to put comma, and we are going to put our
Match.
match. Another one. And then we have
Wow.
bracket open. And then what is our lookup value again?
Blend.
For blend B13
Is that?
or B11 rather.
That's
I9. I9.
I9.
I9.
No,
I9.
no, that's not our look.
But
We are done with the first one, which was blend. We are looking for another value.
you mean the actual profit?
Exactly. I don't mean, I know. And that is it.
Okay.
That is the next thing we are looking for. And this makes it the matrix lookup, meaning we are looking for two things, blend, and we're also looking for actual, and we're looking for profit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys see the difference?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to do what? We are going to click on actual and then profits.
Profit.
But in this case, what we are going to do is we are going to use the and function instead of dragging and dropping. So we're going to click on the first one, and then we put our ampersand function, and then we click on the second one. So we have actual and profit. And when we are done with that, what else do we do?
The lookup
Comma,
array,
Comma.
comma,
our lookup array. And
is
so what is
entire
our lookup array?
the entire actual profit and actual the other one.
Our lookup
KP.
array,
Actual
Actual
profit and
actual revenue and actual profit.
actual revenue.
exactly. Our lookup array is the actual revenue and actual profit. So we
Profit.
are supposed to highlight all of this. Just there's going to be an error, but let me just do it so that you guys will see what the problem is. So we have B4 is to what? E5. And then when we are done, that's our lookup array, comma, exact match, right? Then bracket, open another one, and then we close our. So it's saying not.
Found.
So so please
What happened? Who removed
Sir
Mr.
don't come
David?
out, oh. Sir don't log out, oh.
Sir don't come out
wait,
to no
wait,
be
let
small.
us log out.
Something
Now
happened.
who
Maybe
remove her?
network.
Now who do
Network kick
this
am off.
thing?
Network kick am
Favor
off.
now you do am.
Now who tire we go come out am?
I swear. These people don't get joy.
Na network. If you
Zainab,
come out.
wetin dey do your mic today?
Mr.
You know dey
David,
talk.
kindly change the color of the header of the table.
No,
The
now true.
blue
I
is
don't talk that thing.
conflicting
That
with
thing
the
dey affect
red.
my
The
eye.
color is too dark. It's not fine.
It dey affect my eye. I
Zainab
tell
say who
you.
come out talk. Zainab be there backstage they talk back.
No, Zainab dey here, but I don't know how she know dey talk.
Yeah,
Be like
she's
her,
here.
her,
She
mic-
said
her mic no dey
she said
work.
her mic say she's a silent this thing today.
Try not be
Say
sleeping.
be
You
like
on
say her
camera
mic get
again?
issue.
She's lying down now.
Zainab don't show face.
She did the class. Go use earpiece. Oga don come on, leave us.
Oh, he's coming back.
A network glitch. Maya wouldn't be in it.
As in, no network. The server is down.
Who said the server is down?
Na me talk am. Oh, NX server is down.
Let's go to iRev.
But honestly, now they are trying to upload various results in IRF now. All those things where they are omit, they are
No,
kind of
no,
It's
no, no,
not
no. See,
like they
that's
are
how the
trying
system
to
was built.
upload. These are the
That's how the
uploaded
system was built.
results. Just
These
that
are
they
the
switched
uploaded
off the
results. So
server
just use
since.
they are
they
tweets
stored on
now.
the server. You understand? So as they
People are
come on
trying to
and back,
compute now. People are computing it and
They
it's
too
obvious they
mumu.
don't
They
pass
not
it.
sabi say something where they
they
don't
not sabi
upload.
say
It
na
go
tech.
still show. Just be like text message where you send
Cloud,
for
something wey
phone
dey
when the phone
cloud.
off.
Yeah. When the person on a phone, you will still enter. Not true. They're
Or
just
say
They
you
are not
copy
stupid.
people
clever at
for,
all.
or
They are
say you copy
gullible.
person for
They scammed
email,
Tinubu
mistakenly go send them,
with
shut down
all
your
his
system.
money.
Something go go, it go go.
We could just pray and keep our fingers crossed. May God answer so that they will collect back this
This
mandate
one
and
I
give to
heard
the
they
right
want
Why
to
you
go and
resemble
change
that?
the database. They want to
I
reconfigure
know they are
because of the
claiming
election.
election. Yeah, that's what they are claiming now. That they want to like wipe it out because there will be election on
Please, oh,
You
Saturday.
know,
let us just get this thing right
you
because me,
resemble
I'm
that
tired
LP
of
guy,
this
yo.
our country.
Example who?
LP guy.
Okay, Obi one name.
Oh, as in, you resemble the guy, yo.
Really?
Yes,
I
like
know
from
him from
side
my
as I
time.
see a picture
But
like
those
this.
things are not even funny to me until we get our mandate back.
No, the guy is
After
very funny
chanting
and
the whole
he's
OBOB
trending
and we
now.
don't
That
have the
guy is
mandate, what
trending
is
now.
the
Don't
essence?
worry, we'll get the
We'll
mandate.
get
Don't
it.
worry.
They said over
Please, oh,
20
it's
SAN
not
have,
funny.
have
Oh.
stood
Nigeria
behind
is
it. Oh.
crumbling and we are putting it into the hands of a man that is not stable.
That man
When we
cannot,
have
I don't want to say this
200
because it's
millions of
online, but
stable,
they are
reasoning
trying to
human
kill that
beings.
man.
Can you
All they
imagine?
needed from him was his resources, and he has delivered it for them. They have their own
Nonsense of a
motive to do
country.
what they want to do later.
All man don't collect in court.
Yeah, yeah. Anything will happen after now, they tried for him. So I strongly believe we'll do with him.
No, Faith left the group. Pauline. Faith, I think his network logged him off. When Mr. Davids comes in, he will bring him back. Don't worry, Faith is coming back. Let him come and give us jokes. I don't know why Festus said Faith was too loud. Faith is not loud.
I
Faith
don't
is
know.
just a very cruise catcher. He's not loud anything. And that is not even nice. So you shouldn't use it on people.
It was
Faith
actually
is a very jovial
you.
person. He's not loud.
He's a happy fellow. That's the thing.
Very
But
happy
Zainab is
fellow. There are
laughing. No, Zainab
differences
is
Zainab,
laughing.
Zainab.
between Zainab has come again.
She's laughing
Mm.
now.
Zainab, show face when now. You they come go. Your mic don't work.
She talks now.
Eh, her mic don't work.
Zainab is scamming us so and she's telling us her mic is not working. And I've been the only one talking among the
Zainab
girls.
talk. Oh.
Zainab, Zainab, are you smiling? You see, Faith is my guy. Oh my god. Faith, come and see someone that loves you. This is very sweet to hear. Mr. David said,
Ah,
I'll be right back in 5 or less seconds or
let
minutes.
me see this.
Mr.
Oh
David,
my
we are
get car
waiting
for
for
sale.
you. You said what?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Come buy this car. Get this car. Good car go fit you.
Car? What's the name of the car?
It's a Range Rover Vela 2020 model. It's just 140
No,
million.
please. Oh. I don't have such amount of money, even though I want to buy car. Zainab. Zainab, hello.
I
Let me put on my camera and say hello to Zainab. Even though I'm looking a bit homeless.
my camera no gree on.
Voila. Oh my god, who is this favor?
Hmm?
Everyone is catching cruise right now because Mr. David is not here. And this
I
network
beg.
will not log me off now. Now we are not doing anything. But when
Now if
once they
class
start
starts now.
class, my network will just log me off. What type of nonsense is this? Eh? It's not funny. You should allow me to learn this Excel in peace. Let me know what I'm doing with my life.
Oh, but you know, say this complex one, I can't. They say it's too complex, gone. It's too
You
complex.
never see anything, though. The thing is, if you're even learning one, the other ones you've learned to be going out.
I tell you,
That's the problem.
You
it's
Oh.
need
complex.
constant
He's taking
practice
this one for
for
this
you to
one.
keep in touch. One thing with anything computer, if you leave it, it's going to leave you.
But Mr. Davis, he's really trying, to be honest. He's
No,
really
You
like
trying.
said
I'm
what?
very, very,
He's
very
really trying, carrying all these things on his head. He's kind of,
on his
This is
head.
what he has
After
done
his
for
work,
years.
yeah, he's really trying. Some people can still do and be
This is
forgetting it.
actually
Now it's
his
normal.
work. So is that's why it's looking a bit simple for him. It's just like sometimes your math teacher, or maybe when you were in secondary school, you find out some of your teachers, most times when they explain some subjects that we would feel is difficult, they would not maybe use their notes to do that. That's because they've done it for years. Even if he's not somebody that you feel is so much, what do I call it? so intelligent. Once that person has been doing that, it's just like when you go to some cyber cafe,
It's consistency.
typists,
Consistency.
consistency, exactly. If you see where these guys are typing, you now look at your own finger. People getting
Typing
60
speed now.
something
Consistency.
WPS.
That's it.
Me self, I've not even gotten to 35.
You've not got to
Word
35
per
in your
minute.
what? Typing speed.
Word per minute.
Yes, typing speed. If I
Are you
get to that, I'll
serious?
make a lot of mistakes. Yes. When I think
Whoa.
I even type
Keep
fast. Well, I
practicing
think I
now.
type faster with my phone than my
No,
laptop.
it's normal. It's normal. It's normal.
Mm. I type very fast with my phone. But using the laptop. When you have to put your
That one is
commas, your apostrophe, and the rest, you have to like take some time. I hope they did not cut those in the section, or is it, what do they call it?
okay. He's back.
Oh, welcome back, Mr. David. Please, add Faith back. Oh, Cynthia is here. Okay. Welcome, Cynthia.
Thank you.
Cynthia, your voice sounds like mine. I don't know if I'm the only
My
one that
people, are you
noticed.
guys here?
We're here, sir. We've been
Yes.
Yes,
waiting
sir.
for you.
Yes.
We're here.
Oh my God. Hope I'm not being logged off again.
All right. Can you see my screen?
No,
Yeah, it's still
yes,
clear.
sir.
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Someone said
Holy
I
said
should
let's have another class.
change. So I'm gonna change this to maybe
They call up.
just
Use
change.
yellow or white. Better.
All right. So what I was saying was, remember we had error here, and I told you that Excel doesn't understand what we told it to do when we highlighted all of this as our array. Okay. So what we are going to
Yes.
do is to make life easier for us. Are we following?
Yes, sir. We
Yes,
are.
sir.
We are going to add the both of them together in one row. And for us to achieve that, we have equals to this and this, and then enter. So once you have that, so you can now see actual revenue. If you drag it down, so you see actual profits. Okay, drag it down. You would now see
Budget revenue and
budget
budget profit.
revenue and budget profits. Do you see that?
Yes,
So
sir.
with that, we can come to our formula and remove this, where we have B4 is to E5. Remember,
B5.
this is B4 to E5,
Five,
right?
yes.
This is what we did,
Yes,
and
sir.
we got that error. But when we go back to our formula and change
I'll
it,
add
okay, this time
B3,
around we change B4.
B3,
So now we have what? B3 all the way down to,
if E3.
and then we hit enter. Let's see if this will work. Viola, can you see it worked? So now if I
I'm
come
not
here
seeing
and I open this to budget, it changes to
network in the
48.
network.
Have you seen that? And I
Yes,
open
sir.
this to profit or revenue, it changes. All right. If I come
Yeah.
here and I open this to actual, let's say we want actual budget, actual profits, it changes. If you go to blend and see actual profit, this is blend. This is actual revenue. This is actual profit. So what is actual there? 14.17. So it has
10.17.
this is it has helped us to approximate it.
Yeah.
So we're going to stop the class today. Next time we'll look at array solution with S that is
So please,
Control
can you show
Shift
us the
Enter.
formula for this
Sir, please
again?
show the formula. This formula again. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
know.
You say I should what?
Please
Show the
show us this
formula.
formula again. This index.
Wow,
I should
Cynthia's
I
voice
should
sounds
do
like
another
mine.
example. Should I do
No, show
another
us the formula for
example?
this one.
Yes, yes, both.
Yes, Abby. Both. Let's just see the formula first so that we can practice on our own. Network made me one. Omega, omega.
What happened again? Okay, guys, I'm going to
Network.
end this class
Yeah.
because what the heck is this now? Ah, not even up
Network.
to 5 minutes. He came to everybody. I think people are really tired.
Don't tire. Since morning, I've been on my system. My eye dey pain me. I need rest small. Continue later.
Please run another example. Yes, he should. Even the last thing he did, I didn't even see what he did, honestly. I didn't even say a comment in that last thing he did. I just say, head or that say, oh, yes, yes. Honestly, because this my, I don't know why I'm having network issues
No, but this,
again.
this, this particular one is simple.
Maybe it's simple from her end. She's speaking for
Wow, that's
herself.
good. She's speaking for
Mhm.
herself, I tell you.
Yes, too much noise at the background of someone is affecting our ear. Sorry, who could that be? Tell us what you hear so we can know the person. Please solve it again. The worksheet is on the group. He's asking for worksheet. You're already working on this worksheet. You see this? Oh, yes, we are working on this worksheet already. Just be clicking the end side. Be going, you'll be seeing it.
Hello,
Where is
guys. Are we
Faith?
here?
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
are
sir, we are here, sir.
here.
Yes, sir.
Sorry for the.
Okay.
Breaking transmission.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a formula. It's right there on the screen.
Okay.
So we have
Mm,
index
yes.
bracket open. B6 is to E4. If you look at it very well, you will see B6 is to E4. Look at this, the first one, right? Then the second
Yes.
one is match, which is I9, which is our what? Our lookup value, right? And then
Yes.
Yes.
our lookup array is A6. This
Actual
is
and
it.
profit.
This is
Yeah.
it. Our, our lookup array A6 is
Mm-hmm.
to A14. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Yes.
Okay.
exact match. Then we have match again. We have J5 and J6. This is it. Actual profit and profit.
1% profit.
So how did I get that? What I did was I simply clicked on, it's
Actual.
like saying equal to this, all right, J5 and
Yes.
J6. That is what I
Yes.
did. But in this case, you won't have J5
Comma.
and equals to, so right? Then comma, you have B3 is to E3. And this is it, B3 all the way down to E3. And I told you guys we can't highlight all of this because we did that and it showed error. So what we needed to do was to use equals to, which is equals to this and this. You will hit enter. And then what happened? We drag it all the way down to get what we got. So let me try another one last example for the person asking. So which other app are we going to try? Let's say Swaps.
Swaps.
Okay, so we're going to say equals to index bracket open. What is our array? All of this, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Comma. Then roll number, we don't want to count, so we have match. Okay.
But
Bracket open. What is our lookup value? Swaps.
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 swaps,
What is our lookup array? The
Apps.
All
apps.
the
apps,
apps. All the apps.
Good. Then what? Exact match,
most
zero,
type
and then
exact,
comma,
Zero.
put
Close
comma. What
bracket.
comma.
else?
Comma.
No,
Match
don't close bracket.
again.
Match.
Yes.
Close brackets,
Then
comma,
bracket
match.
open. What is
Open
our
bracket.
lookup value this time? Our lookup value is
We are
Actual
looking
actual
for
is
actual
J5 and
and
ampersand
J6.
profit.
profit.
Just
That So what is our lookup array? We cannot highlight all of these. So we are going to
so
create
highlight.
a row that combines the two rows together. And that two rows together combined in one row gave us this one, which we are going
Actual
to use. So
revenue.
we are going to highlight only
B3.
this one. And
Alt
then we do
CE3.
what? Exact
Close
match.
bracket.
And
Exact
then we
match.
close
Sorry,
bracket
sir.
twice and then hit enter. Can you see that? So each time you
Yes, sir.
come
Mm-hmm.
here and you change it from actual to budget, you have new numbers to change. Come here, change it to budget revenue, new numbers come up. Do you guys understand now?
Yes, we
Sir,
do,
can I
sir.
ask you a question, sir? Hello, sir.
Yes.
So I want
So
to
someone is
ask
asking a question here.
that place you
Okay.
input ampersand, that between that J5 and J6. What if I did not input ampersand like and I made it J5 is to J6? Will I still get the same answer?
No, come closer to your mic and ask the question.
I said that place you input ampersand that has to do with J5 ampersand J6. What of
Yeah.
peradventure I did not input ampersand and I have to like make it J5 is to J6? Will I get the same answer?
Okay, let us try it and see.
Okay.
I have changed my mind. I have to finish these other two formulas because
Hey,
I don't want to come back to index match
To
on
index.
Saturday.
Yes.
Please, I'm not. I don't want to come back on index match on
Yes, sir.
Saturday.
Let's do it once. People can
Um,
watch if when
so
they
that
have strength.
you guys can begin to work on your assessment before Saturday. So let's try that thing that this guy said. So assuming we want to remove this, all right, and then instead of putting an, we just simply do this. That's what you mean, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Mm-hmm.
let's hit enter and see. Showing value error,
So now work.
meaning
Okay.
that, yeah. So it doesn't work like that. So for the array solution with control CSE actually means control shift and enter. Okay. So this is how it works. If you click on this formula, you are going to see how it works. So what we are going to do is instead of um, like this one now, instead of inserting this, let me use another. Let's say we want to use another app like
Accord.
let's
accord.
what
Accord.
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 Accord. Good. So this is another way of doing it. So we have equals to index bracket open. What is our array? All of this, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Comma our match, comma, our lookup value are called our lookup
Yeah.
array, app,
Apps.
App. Actual
then
zero.
comma, exact match, sorry,
Comma.
exact
Zero.
match, comma, match again. Then we have
Match.
bracket
Open
open,
bracket.
our lookup value. What is our lookup value?
Budget
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 and
and
Budget and
percent
Budget
percent
basis.
and
revenue.
percentage.
and revenue, exactly.
revenue.
And
Yes.
then now watch and see the difference. So this time around, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to now say for my lookup array, I'm going to highlight all of this to the end, and then I'm going to put my and. Then I'm going to come below and highlight this one to the end, and then put my comma and put my zero and put my bracket close and bracket close. Now, don't hit enter. What you are going to do, because this is an array solution with control shift and enter, you are going to click control shift and enter
Shift
to get
and
your answer.
enter.
So that is the second formula for to solve for matrix. Remember, the first one, what we did was we combined all of them into one rule. For the second one, we don't want that time. We don't want to waste that time. What we want, we just add all of this. We put and then add a second one. But because you are putting and to two different rules, you need to use control shift and enter. That is what is called array solution with control shift and enter. And if you look at it here, it says it's a combination of row number one and row number two, then control plus shift
Control
plus enter.
shift and enter.
And then the
Senator, please
last
hope your
one,
fan is not on.
It's
you
my
say
network
what?
that's
I
on
think
then.
that's
It's not my
one
phone.
background sound.
People are complaining. If you know
Are
your
we
fan is
together?
on,
Yes,
please
sir.
put it off. Yes, sir, we are.
All right. So let's choose our app and
So
solve
someone
for the
said,
last.
does it mean in this case?
Hmm. Does it mean what?
In this case, we
Does it
don't need to name the
does it
table.
mean in the-
I can't hear the question properly. What's the question?
Okay. The question is, does it mean in this case we don't need to name the table to work with since we are not highlighting all at the same time?
Yeah, you can name your table, please. Please always remember name. You can name your table, but in any case, whether it's named or not, you know exactly what to do, or don't you? If I name this table, it's not going to change anything I've done here. Are we together, guys? Can you see hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah,
PM.
you can name your table. It's not going to change anything. But in cases like this, I always prefer to teach it without a table so that people don't get confused. So having said that, I'm
Sir,
going to
excuse
let's
me,
look at
sir.
yeah.
What if, for example, now we're just dealing with about 9 rows. What if we have about 1,000 rows and we are looking for lookup array? You can't be possibly be highlighting everything under the array. In that case, is it not necessary to name the table?
Yes, in that case, please, you must name your table
Okay.
so
Thank you.
that you simply call the name of your column. You simply call the name of your column instead of doing all I've done here.
Okay, sir.
So that's those are all smart questions. So let's look at one last app, and then we are done with the three solutions for matrix lookup. One last app. One last app we have not looked at is
Pairing.
Cryptus.
Cryptus.
So this one is array solution without control shift and enter. So we have equals to index bracket open. What is our array? Our array, don't forget, is all of our formula,
Everything.
all of this. Okay.
Yes.
And anyway, sorry guys, let me take this up here. So we are looking for Cryptis. So let's solve here. So we have equals to index bracket open.
Bracket
This is our
open.
array,
Array.
right? Comma. What is
Yes.
our row number? We don't want to count, so we use our match
Match.
to count it for us. What is
Okay.
our lookup value?
I
Cryptis,
look up
right?
value
Cryptis.
scripted.
Our
Yeah.
lookup array, apps,
Apps.
then our exact
Bracket.
match, bracket close, comma.
Bracket open. Comma.
What else? Because we are looking for budget and revenue, that is another match we use.
Shoot.
Ah, what's going on?
So I can see you. Ah, now network. Yeah. Wow.
Akpọfeela ya. Ọkwa otu a ka o si ebido akpọfeela ya. Jesus, wait.
Oh, my eyes.
Favor, is that wicked laugh from you?
What's my Jesus? Wait. Disappeared.
Mr. David has gone again. Oh my God.
Yes,
What
his
happened?
network. I think his network is working.
This is this,
Working
this is
against
very
him.
serious. Like, what's happening? Oh no, Mrs. Pauline, sorry. Sorry, I said Mrs. Ah, Sorry, oh. I beg, sorry. I don't even know if you're married. Pauline said, "Good night, guys. Good night." Maybe you can watch the recordings later. You understand that many people will be going to work tomorrow. Actually, I need to wake up early too, but we die here. Excel.
Yeah. Okay. He's back. Okay, he's back.
Is back. Oh.
I don't know why I keep being thrown out.
Sorry,
Anyway,
sir.
We are sorry about that. We are even sympathizing with you.
oh Pauline, thanks so much for staying till this time. I know it's 2 a.m. where you are, and some people are so invested, totally invested in this class. And for people like her, I really appreciate that time, whatever time it could be.
Yeah.
So I was saying that just like the one with CSC, we had to highlight all of these, right? And then we
Yeah.
put
Yes.
and then we highlight the second one, okay? And then we put
Mm-hmm.
our exact match.
Comma.
So for the one without
Zero.
the um the one without the control shift and enter, we need to actually put one last zero and then close it with a bracket and then hit enter.
Wow.
Yeah, it's supposed to show. Let me see
Now you see.
what I'm getting wrong. Okay. Okay, I'm supposed to end it with another
You put a
bracket.
double bracket.
Yeah, double bracket and enter.
Wow.
You put
Vagabond.
one bracket as um curved bracket, and then is that not,
Da.
or the square bracket rather? Is that not what I'm seeing?
Okay. I'm supposed to index. I've forgotten. I'm supposed to.
Where?
So after that, I'm supposed to have my index, then close it with another bracket. At the end, let me see if this will work now. Yeah, it worked.
Please go back
So
to
for
the
Cryptis,
this thing.
I'm going to try it again. Cryptis.
Okay.
This is the last one, and then we are done with index match. Please, those of you that will be listening to this and they were not live, they couldn't stay to the end. On Saturday, I'm not answering any question on index match again. So Saturday, I'm moving over to descriptive analysis and other things on advanced Excel. So please, if you are confused, listen to the recording and you'll certainly get to know. So for Cryptis, the first one we talked about array solution with control shift and enter. Did all of you understand that one?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good. Now, this second one without control shift and enter. So I'm going to take it again. It's equals to index
Excuse me, sir.
bracket.
In the one of control shift and enter, did you put index again?
No, I did not. Index was
Okay.
what just once. It's the one without it
Okay.
that you have to index. You have to index the second array. Let us proceed
And
so
also
that
put
you
another zero
exactly because of
and
the
bracket.
index that you inserted, because of the second index. That's why you put another zero. So we
All
have
right, sir.
our
Thank you.
array.
Array.
We have our array, comma, our math. I'm sure you guys know how we got this. This is our lookup
Mm-hmm.
value.
Mm.
Cryptis.
Then our lookup array, which is app.
App.
Then comma. What else?
Zero
Exact match.
as actual
Zero,
value. Close bracket
comma,
match.
another
Match
index,
again.
and
Then
Open
lookup value
brackets.
is what?
The
Budget
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 and,
ampersand
and
revenue
revenue.
and revenue. Good. Now this is where we
index.
now this is now we now what? Index. Okay, so we put our index, then we say bracket open. Are we together now? We now
Yes.
insert
Yes, sir.
we now insert an array, and our array is
Actual
this. Okay,
Yes. And
and
ampersand
this.
revenue
yes.
profit.
And then comma.
Comma.
What are they asking? You don't care. Exact.
Yes.
So we have
Zero.
0.
Zero.
Okay,
Brackets. Another
then
zero.
0 and double
Double brackets. That's
enter.
all.
Bracket.
Enter.
Enter.
That's it.
Wala
Boom.
japa. Hey.
So I need you guys to work on this. Submit it before Saturday to the email provided.
Before
Submit.
Saturday.
Wow.
Yes, submit it before class on Saturday. Then we are going that Saturday. We are going to move over to. We are going to be looking at correlation matrix
Mm-hmm.
and
Then
then regression matrix. And then I'm going to send. We are going on Saturday. We are also going to start data cleaning and modeling, which is also
Right.
my favorite part of Microsoft Excel.
Wow. That would be my
Because
favorite too.
as
Sir,
a
let me just
data
ask this
analyst,
question.
you definitely spend a lot of money in data cleaning than any other thing.
Sir, let me ask this question. Hope this video will be accessible anytime we want to like lay our hand on
And
it.
again, yes,
So
so
far
the
If you
last
are
you're
one
in
in
I'm
the
the
unable
premium
to
group.
download though.
if you are in the
Eh?
premium group, yes. If you are in the
Because I'm
premium
But
finding
with
it
group,
very difficult to download. I don't know why I can't download it on my
thank you. Thank you. Same here. Oh. And me, I need it oh, please oh.
because the
well,
class I learned from somewhere we used to download and you will have it yourself. Maybe via Google Drive or taking it to Chrome and
Yes.
download.
Me
So
no,
this one
the
I
first two.
can't download it.
No,
Oh,
favor,
Zainab,
wait.
you're
The
you know,
first
finally
two I was able
talking.
to
Wow.
I'm using my phone now. The first two I was unable to download it on my phone. But this other last one I'm unable to do. I could not do it.
yeah, you'll be able to
It's like
download
SAR
a video.
restricted.
You'll be able to download a video that is set to the public. I don't set my video to the public.
That
The
thing is
first
amazing.
two
I know they
classes we
restricted it.
had were set to public on YouTube. That's why you can
Okay.
download it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But this one is
So
unlisted. It is not set to the public, and I can't keep it to the public.
mm-hmm.
So
So
the
what are we now
video
going to
is
do?
going to be there on YouTube till you die before me. It's going to be there.
It's a lie. Oh, you're older than me.
So not to worry, it's still going to be there, right?
Okay, sir.
Hi.
Okay,
So
sir.
we can't download again. Okay. Oh.
Yeah. So if there's no
Excuse
question,
me, sir.
yeah, okay.
Sir, please, for this array with
Array.
CSE and without CSE,
Control
for you
shift.
to avoid all those things, you can just add the actual revenue, add them to one cell initially. Ba?
Yes, yes, you can. Chisom,
Everything will just
Cynthia.
be
I
one.
see you love soft life. You don't want stress.
I don't like stress.
It's like this the second and third one are giving you headache already. But it's good to
Yes,
know
yes,
them
Hi.
just in case. Just in case.
yes,
The
it's
first one
better.
is easier, right? The first one is easier. Okay,
Yes.
guys. Have a nice evening
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you,
and
Mr.
see you
Thank you,
Davis.
on
You
sir.
see you
too.
on Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Hi. It is well. Oh.